Hello, everybody, and welcome. We are here at the absolutely wonderful Sunday afternoon here in the United States of America, and we are very privileged to have with us a guest to the International Institute to talk about a partnership that we are underway with. So, thank you for tuning in to the Africa We Deserve video cast. This is the opportunity for all folks to come together who are lovers of Africa, who are interested in being inspired by Africa, getting involved and invested in the continent for development opportunities. And we're here for that. So today, our guest is Azad Tahir from the beautiful Paradise Nation of Mauritius. And he is going to tell us all about Mauritius and invite us to this opportunity that we have before us on the table. Azad, please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Viola. Thank you, the International Institute, for giving us this opportunity. Thank you for this collaboration. Yes, my name is Azad Taher. I am from Mauritius. I'm the CEO for Need Global Business Development Limited, which is a company based in Mauritius. But we represent Mauritius, not only Mauritius, but also Africa. We have many friends in Africa. First and foremost, uh, let me let me introduce the country itself. Mauritius is known as the Paradise Island, known worldwide, known for its beauty, known for its natural beauty, known for um, a, a wonderful place for honeymooners. Naturally, some of you may have heard about Mauritius, but Mauritius is a tiny island with 1.3 million population, situated down south of South Africa, um, of a size which is very tiny, as I said, of 720 square miles or 2,000 over 2,000 square kilometers.
So we want to get it
Um,
straight that the island is an island off the coast of Africa, sits in the Indian Ocean. Most of the people may have just stopped at Madagascar and said, I think Africa ends at the end of Madagascar. But it continues.
No, absolutely, and this is where we found from Need Global, the collaborations with different African groups, European groups, and now in the US itself and Canada as well. People find it amazing. They say, "Wow, is this Mauritius? Is this Africa?" Yes, and some people say, "Oh, we thought Africa was about just." Zoos and mountains and poverty, etc. Mauritius is an example to the world in terms of its diversity of its population. We have the Hindus, we have the Muslims, we have Christians, we have Black African, we have Chinese, we have every one is represented in Mauritius, and the cultural diversity is a what you call a true multicultural society, a cooking pot, or some will say, but it's people live in harmony. It's got political stability. Um, for a number of years. We are a democracy. We are rated just for those who the business people on the business side, just to remind people that Mauritius, no matter how small that is, but it's hard to believe sometimes, but we are number one in doing business in Africa. We're number one in many places when it comes to democracy, when it comes to development, when it comes to innovation, when it comes to the Mo Ibrahim index, when it comes to the global innovation I mentioned, uh,
So
a
it's
number
not.
of these.
I want to get into this conversation a bit. I want to really lay it out. We started talking about the island nation, white sand beaches, snorkeling, the development of the nation. When you think about, most people think about Africa, they think, lights out, internet not working, electricity that dims and goes out. You need generators. Let's talk
No,
about the infrastructure and how well developed uh,
Yeah, lovely.
Mauritius is, and inviting to that. And then we'll move on to, what are the opportunities that we're offering today within this
Absolutely.
collaboration.
Mhm.
So let's talk about all of the wonderful things that we can do on the beach, and then the infrastructure of the land.
To be honest with you, just I'm biased. You may call me biased, but
You
I'm not
must
so
be.
biased. I'm not so biased, Viola. To start off with, I spent most of my life in London. I lived there 25 years. Obviously, I was born in Mauritius, but I had to come back. Had to come back because of the pace of this place. I mentioned a bit about the cultural diversity, the food. Let's not let's talk about the natural side of it, like you mentioned, the
Sure.
beach, the water, the warm water. I've been to many countries in the world myself. When it comes to the beauty, the natural beauty of the white sand, which we took for granted in the past, and
Yes.
then when you realize you can dive in, have a swim at any time,
Clear water that
clear,
you can see
crystal clear
all the way.
water. Mauritius blue, as they call it, they use that name in many aspects, paintings and artistic side. You may, uh, in many ways, but the water is. I've just been to the beach just now, and it's a different. The east is different to the south. The south is different to the north.
Absolutely.
The west coast is different. It's got so many diverse colors, diverse presentations, and like I said, the water is like some of them like blue green, some of them the dark blue. The sand is itself. You can feel the difference. You
It's
can feel this
true.
is a different place. Whatever you dreamed of, there's a great poet, Mark Twain, as he puts it, that Mauritius was made first and paradise was copied after. So there
I
you
love
go.
it. I love
And that
that.
is true. I can tell you.
I love that. So I want to give a nod to your president, give you a chance, Azan, to give a hand clap and nod to your president. During the COVID pandemic, there was much that was happening, and so I really want to have you talk about the development and how your leadership of your country really is moving forward post COVID.
Yeah,
The medical infrastructure that is there, so when tourists or business investors come, there's
yeah,
nothing to worry about, that they have access to some of the leading and latest technology should they stub their
mm,
toe and are looking for medical care. So let's
yeah.
talk about that so people can have some safety and understanding that.
Let me just finish that where I was talking about the sand. Forget the sandy beaches, the beauty of the island, etc. The most important is the infrastructure, like you mentioned. I mean, for me and my family to come from London, we have everything there, the transportation, etc. Here, everything is being modernized. So what you see across Europe over there. I would compare, well, I would definitely not compare, but what we have here, we just have the metro line across the town, across the city and town, so across five towns, for example, five, six towns, nearly done, nearly completed during most of the work has been done through the pandemic. For 2 years, twice I had a lockdown. We managed to control the situation very early on uh, with vaccination. Over 80% of population of the population um, has been vaccinated. So it's business as usual. We manage that. We managed to overcome it.
Yes.
And Mauritius itself, whether it's to do with education or the healthcare, we have an effective system here where the government has put in place a number of schemes to start off with, whether it's ICT, whether it's healthcare. We want it to become a medical hub in Mauritius. Whether it is the education, we have many European universities based in Mauritius, Middlesex University, Lancaster, Wolverhampton, and I think Arizona is associated with the University of Mauritius as well, and the French universities as well. So all these come together. It creates opportunities. It creates a better standard of living for the people. the internet access, as far as the connectivity, the internet access, ICT development. Mauritius is one, I think, it's number one in Africa and eighth in the world um, in terms of its technology in place and accessibility. So all these, when you put them together, it makes it even more attractive for everyone, and more so people, business people who may have heard about Mauritius, but may through opportunities as this, all the conferences that we've done in the past, and what we're going to do in the future in collaboration with the International Institute. Um, these will really regenerate growth, will help us to obviously, you mentioned about the pandemic. We were hit for 2 years to actually have to consume your own smoke in some ways, but we managed to overcome that. The population, things are not easy as these in the US, in Europe, and in many parts of the world because of the petrol crisis, etc. But the government is trying
Sure.
to put things in place to actually to manage the situation, which is not easy, but at least we're able to do it.
Yeah.
To Yeah.
Hats off to all that Mauritius has been able to do. Congratulations to your administration. A wonderful job to your president, all the ministers and ambassadors. Personally, I want to thank you. I am a fan of the island nation, a fan of what's available and the opportunities there. And I want to bring to our audience what we are offering. So, the International Institute, our opportunity before us is a partnership that we created with Azad and his organization to offer a business investment symposium and tour that's happening in Mauritius in October. And we are putting it on the table. We're putting it out to folks. One, come and take a chance to look at the island nation. We spend a lot of time talking about how we're going to build the Africa we deserve. And building the Africa we deserve starts with us. It starts with people going and traveling to Africa, seeing the opportunities for yourself on the ground, getting involved, getting invested, and then moving forward, building that opportunity for legacy wealth for yourself, and also supporting a whole industry of providing jobs and opportunities for growth. So, Azad, I want you to talk about this business investment conference, who is intended for, where will it be happening at, what can we expect, the VIP networks that we're going to be having. And let's talk all about that stuff and really get people excited about what's happening.
First, I don't know if your audience is familiar with the Global Business Development Limited. If not, we will share the link with them.
Absolutely.
When we do something, when we do something such as these investments and conferences or whatever it is, we have many entities in the clothing industry, the food industry, um, the medical industry. We have many entities that we try to achieve and do business with. But whenever we do something, we do it well. This symposium is going to be a five-star symposium. It's like no other. Uh, it has to be wow, because when people come here, it has to make a difference. It has to give them the right platform. So it's not about coming here and just see the beauty of the island. It's about coming here to meet people of their interest, to meet people that can answer their questions, to meet people that can give them the right solutions and the right ideas. Now, for that, we have a number of collaborators in place. For example, the Economic Development Board, the government representation, whether it's a prime minister office or
Oh, wait,
who's.
wait, wait. Let's go back. I want the audience to hear that again. When they come to this business investment conference, this is not something you're just coming and you might run into someone. You're going to
No.
be paired business to executive. You might be paired with a prime minister, a minister, to figure out where your investments will be going and make sure that it's on the right track. No hiccups, no follies. Um, that's important to really get to people, because when people think about investing in Africa, Azad, often it is met with a little bit of hesitancy, a little bit of, well, I don't know if this is the right thing. How can I be sure that whatever I'm doing, the hotel that I might want to build, the villa, the Airbnb, that this is going to be an investment that is going to produce results that I'm expecting as an investor or as a person who is moving right to the island as a resident who is looking just to set up shop. That's important. And I want the audience to really to hear that this is
Yeah.
VIP direct connection in partnership with those who are in charge to make things happen.
Absolutely, because the government has put the Economic Development Board has put a number of schemes available from different business sectors. So obviously, we need their blessings, and we're going by the parameters, the guidelines, etc. So whatever it takes, we always work in a transparent manner. We'll invite them like we did last time, recently in March, and it's a national event. The papers are here to cover the event, um, and the representations from different sectors are here, whether it's property development, the tourism industry. Now it depends on the investors, the delegates who are coming to Mauritius, if they are interested in for example, renewable energy or blue economy. So whatever it takes, we will do. We will try to bring businesses along so that they can get first-hand information and presentations. And what Need Global is about is about supporting them, showing them the light and follow them through. So it's important that it's not about just coming to us, we talk a bit, they talk a bit, and then we shake hands and we never see them again. No,
Right.
we like to keep in touch because people don't come here to suddenly want to invest money. They don't need to invest millions of dollars, whatever. Whatever it takes. They can do a consortium, they can be a partnership, they can go into um, uh, um, a consortium for invest partly in a business. For example, I'll give you an example. If there's a property development scheme which is could be costing about $10 million, they can invest a little bit in that. And the key to it is not about B2B here. That's okay, but it's about these businesses that are here to operate. For example, in the to attract in terms of to attract foreign investors, they must have a license. They're regulated. They're heavily regulated. We've talked about that, Viola, in terms of how, in terms of liability, the Financial Services Commission, they actually keep an eye on these. So it's not about you do something underhand and then you get burned and then you don't have
Absolutely. Absolutely.
anything to call upon. So
That's
we
important
want
to
to
know.
work this way. We work this way. I'm not saying that others do, but I'm saying this is the way we do business. We do it with clarity. If there's a payment to be made to a third party, whatever, we question it on their behalf because everything go through what we call a management company. I don't know if your audience able to follow me. We have a proper management, an independent management company. That's not from us. It's a third party which is regulated because then it gives the trust into the system itself. To attract people, they need to know they have the legal system here to support them, the financial system here to support them, the right people to support them, and the right projects. And we are here to
Well,
advise them.
you are the right person to support, and your team, your company is the right people to support all of the tourists and the attendees who will be coming to this conference in Mauritius. You are the right person. And that's
Thank
why the International Institute partnered. We want to give a shout out and a nod to the International Institute's business colleague, Design Up. We really
you.
want to thank Design Up for its work, its connection together with making this happen. So We know that this relationship that we have, this opportunity that we're offering in October, is supported by the government. It is, and now we want to move into like, what are the areas of investment? What are the areas of opportunity? We heard already that you don't need billions and billions of dollars in order to invest. There are opportunities on the ground that are ripe and ready right now. So some low hanging fruit. So what are some sectors that Mauritius are looking for people to become interested in? And then let's talk about some of those benefits that people are having.
Yes, as I said, we would not be doing anything to try to invent the wheel, reinvent the wheel, as I say. But there are already a number of schemes. For example, um, the free port, the cargo business, is open for foreign investments, and there's huge opportunity. The capacity is huge. They have the facilities. For example, uh, the sea free port, or the air cargo, the air free port as well. And when it comes to it, the details, what people can benefit. Just talk about the free port, for example. Mauritius, we are the first, if not the only one, that has a free trade agreement between India and an African country.
Wow, stop there. Amazing. Say it again. I don't think everybody heard that. Awesome.
Mauritius is the first one, if not the only country, African country, has got a free trade agreement with India, and I haven't finished yet, Viola, and China.
Woo! Just amazing.
Free
So
trade agreement.
when businesses in America are thinking about what are the opportunities available across the globe, Mauritius is a place that is uniquely positioned to have access to other business and trading partners internationally. Wonderful.
Absolutely. And the key to it is its location. Remember when it came, when we where Mauritius is at, historically it was one of the hardly, well, when it came to the English and the French, they fought hardly for this place location
Mhm.
because all the ships were passing by. When you
Wow.
see, when the slave business as well took place, they were passing here from India, Africa to East Africa. They were coming here, replenish themselves, and then go to where you are, to England and Africa. So this is where the route was. But of course, that has changed. But now, what now, in terms of what has helped us, is our political stability. No matter what, no matter what. When you do your political, um, your pastel. Some of you may be aware, the environmental, the legal, etc. It comes to that, you measure it, and Mauritius come strong on this. So the alliance between the African states, takes a lead into this. The alliance between the West, the European countries, Mauritius is already good friends with China and India, and it's the spoil child of Africa, of the Indian Ocean. So that's what we are. We're developing, we get the support, we make good use of it. So, for example, the free trade agreement, what does that mean? And what we have free trade with key African states. What does that mean? It means people can bring, just the free port I'm talking about, the seaport, people can bring their goods to Mauritius at zero tax.
Zero
Zero tax.
tax.
Zero tax. And the corporate tax is 3%. So they can send their stuff, bring the stuff here on the free port, process them, and then move them to different parts of Africa, in between Africa, with 3% tax.
That's
That's all.
awesome.
And you have tax holidays. You have tax holidays for people, for businesses who are set here. I'm just taking my notes. I've got a lovely brochure. I'm to check what is the rate. Um, so you have tax holidays for up to 8 years, for example, in
Tax
key.
reduced up to 8 years, 3% tax, and the trade route, you can come and produce whatever you want here and have access to markets both in India, China, and all 54 nations of the continent.
Absolutely.
Wow,
Okay.
amazing.
So you can have access to the whole continent. Mauritius had different is partners to different um, groups. So well, there's SADC, there's COMSA, so we have different agreements. So Mauritius is always part of these agreements because we have the credentials, we have what it takes, and of course Mauritius is trying to be the leader in Africa in many respects. You know, it's not about size; it's about the ability. When it comes to it, Mauritius is only 1 million population, 1.3 million. Africa is over 1 billion, so it's very tiny. The market here, we have saturated the market itself because we can only do so much, but we've ventured outside. Tomorrow, our technology and our know-how, we can take them to different parts of Africa. You can set yourself here and then do your business and send them to different parts of Africa at a very low rate of tax.
Yes.
And the barem for capital gain. Like I said, there's different schemes, some 5-year tax holiday, 8-year tax holidays. So the maximum tax you will pay is on everything is 15%, which is nothing compared to many parts of the world, given the incentives that are available for the long term, whether it's educational, whether it's healthcare, whether it's a free port. So there are many opportunities to be explored. I think that's what is important to be here. We can always talk about it, but actually being here to get the
But
right
coming
information.
to the coming to the Business Investment Symposium is the right
Absolutely.
thing to do. If you're not at the Business Investment Symposium, be mad at yourself because
It'll be
aside,
up in the air. It'll be up in the air. Yes, and nice. You think about it. Think about it. I think when you are committed to it, when you make your time, what's in time, if you make your time here, then you will realize it will wake you up. It will give you different perspectives. It will give you the confidence you need, and you will see the commitments of the people here. Whether it's transport, whether it's ICT, whether it's property development, at the moment is booming because
so
many
property
foreigners
development is booming,
is
booming.
booming.
ICT active.
It's all here. It's all here. The infrastructure is here. We have what we call here one smart city. Mauritius is making lots of smart cities around. So whether it's educational, healthcare is developing now. We are not far from my place. They're building, I think, a 50 odd story building which is going to accommodate complementary medicines like in from India, which is backed up by the World Health Organization. So that's just one part. On the other side, we have an established cyber city, just not far from. I live in the central plateau, so in the middle of the island. 5 minutes from me, we have the cyber city, which is home to many global companies, leading global companies are based here. And we have thousands of Indian companies headquarters are based here because of the taxation, because of the ease of doing business, because of the strategic location.
This is wonderful to hear. So I want our audience to hear and for the record, the opportunities and sectors that are open: healthcare, education, ICT. There is a smart city there. Lots of people are coming and making those sorts of investments. And I believe that there's an investor's residency permit available that Mauritius offers.
That's true, and this is where, when it comes to the what you call the property development schemes, where foreign nationals are trying to get their hands on the on become resident here in Mauritius. So for example, the scheme right now, if someone uh, invests in a property for themselves at $375,000 US dollars, they get residency permit for themselves and their immediate family. So again, That's what people are buying into. Two things really. It gives you the a business. Well, to buy property is a good business in Mauritius. Give them that an asset, and also it gives them a second residency. When it comes to living here, they know that the place itself, they can live, work, and retire in a place of their dreams, to actually taste paradise for some times at
Yes,
least.
yes,
So the options are there. That's what is attracting many people at the moment. During the pandemic, just to mention, Viola, I don't know if you're aware, the Mauritian government introduced a special visa, the premium visa travel for people who need to wants to work, can work
remote.
remotely. So they come here, uh, they book the finance of the accommodation, and that's it. As long as they receive their salary from the companies, that's it. They can live here for 1 year at least, which is renewable.
That's awesome. So I want to go take it from the top again. Uh, Business Investment Conference is happening in October. A
Mm.
partnership between Azad and myself. Our two companies are coming together, uh, India, to create this unique opportunity at a five-star resort hotel in Mauritius. White sand beaches, snorkeling, beach party, VIP networking, VVIP events, private dinners, all of the like, meeting with the right ministers, the right liaisons in order to make your business investments come to life. The sectors that are open and available are real estate, ICT, smart cities, lots of design opportunities. Coming to this conference, all is included. I want it except for the flight. So it is 4,500 US dollars for this conference. The opportunities available for that our breakfast. Let's talk about the food and amenities that people are going to be getting, because I want them to know that they're going to be well taken care of, that people will be there attending to them, making sure that they have all of their needs met. And this is an opportunity that if you want to bring along during the time of year, your family along with you, there are activities for
Mm.
your family to do while you are having a business investment tour or organized tour to go out, see the island, be introduced to those opportunities, see them face to face, attend a few meetings, and continue and have a leisurely time. So let's talk about the special care that they're going to be receiving.
Yeah, I mean, from no matter what, when you come to Mauritius, the minute you land, or just a few minutes before you land, you will see the difference. You will feel it. You will feel in a different place altogether. So once you're here, you'll be taken care of completely in terms of you traveling, enjoy the scenery. Um, the venue itself is a five-star venue by the beach, whether it's family or just business. We got location. The location we've chosen is um, is one for everyone, whether it's a child or wife or husband, whoever, they can enjoy themselves there. The food, Mauritian food, is just fine, just fine. It caters for everyone. So whether it's European, barbecue, or Chinese, or noodles, or Asian, it's there. Every day is different, and we can choose. And they are here to meet everybody's dietary requirements, and no matter what faith or who they are, whether it's vegetarian, etc. So that's important for us, because that's they're used to it because of the multicultural society we live in, and people are used to this time of people to accommodate people's preferences. So on top of that, there's going to be the conference itself, where we'll invite in, interested parties. Uh, Not everyone. We need to try to match the delegates' interest with the local people, VIP people, uh, one-to-one meetings. We have the legal team will be here, the management company will be here to help to guide each and every one of you. I mean, each and every one of you will personally meet with them, spend some time, get to know them, and then answer any queries they may have. So that's the business side. We have a gala night as well, which have to be wow, whether it's light displays or folk or Sega songs, we with the colors, everything, with the tropical colors, to show off a bit of Mauritius. And that aside, I mean, when you're here for a week, there'll be comings and goings, there'll be queries. We'll try to accommodate them as much as we can. And that's during that week, we've also arranged different activities, leisure activities to explore the island, whether it's a catamaran, a trip to different little islands around, speedboat, and
Say it again. More islands to discover. So you
yeah,
come to the island. There's adventure opportunities available. There's people to assist your teenage children, your younger children,
yeah,
all put together for more adventure. Not only is the snorkeling available, but there's trips, there's private parties, there's so much to do across the island. Sightseeing, scuba diving. This is an all inclusive package, except for your flight, accommodations, foods, all of that is put together.
everything,
And you're coming
everything.
to a place that was created paradise, that gives the definition of what paradise is. This is an opportunity that you do not want to miss. Mauritius, October 23rd to November 5th. You have to come. If you're thinking about your future here, if you're thinking about retirement opportunities, if you're thinking about residual income, if you're thinking about wealth building, if those are the conversations that you're having amongst us with your friends, with your families, come together. $4,500 for a flight across to Mauritius to be able to not only engage in this, but to see other beautiful islands, other places to be pampered, to be taken care of, to have Azad and his team look after all of your business affairs and needs, to be backed up by the government of Mauritius, that they have products and services available to support initiatives for foreigners to come and invest, for foreigners to retire, for foreigners to come and work, for work remotely for a year plus, opportunities to have a residency permit. All of these things are benefits. The tax code, tax exemptions, the corporate tax rate of 3% and more. Those are things that you cannot escape. And we know, Azad, right now in this current climate, with all of the challenges that are happening in the world, Mauritius is the right place to be, the right time, and the right place to be. So we're coming to a close. Azad, what else should we know about this conference, about your organization that we haven't talked about?
Well, I mentioned about Need Global itself. We are more a family business. We like to call ourselves a family business where all our friends becomes families. Yeah. So all the, I mean, you may not know us, you may not know the place, etc. But we are here to bring you the best service available. It's not about spending that much amount of money. Uh, and leave you just to find out, or limit your interest. We are here to explore everything. That's why we invite the Economic Development Board to be present, to give you the full um, exposure and of the different schemes, the government schemes, to actually, when it comes, for example, the film industry, there is a rebate, 40%, up to 40% rebate on all your expenses when doing filming. We have Hollywood films here during pandemic as well. Netflix came here as well. So these are important aspects when it comes to the arts and culture and in the film industry. So they can benefit people for the rebate schemes. The blue economy, which is unexplored, there's so many. Mauritius, we have 2.4 million kilometers of water, which coastline, which is more than anyone, I think, in this world. And the tropical water we're talking about, the best fish, we don't know. We may have petrol, gas here. We may have cobalt, which is in high demand at this moment in time.
Did you
So
say you have petrol gas there?
we, yeah. We These are unexplored yet. I
It's
mean,
unexplored yet. We have
unexplored.
petrol
Nobody
gas,
knows.
and no one knows this. And so let's put this
No.
on the table. Investors, people, business folks, uh, people who care about Africa, people who are thinking about retirement opportunities. Gas in the United States of America right now, if you live here in the States, it is something that you cry at the pump. It was in some places close to $5.50 at the pump here in the United States of America. This is the prime time to really think about what are the opportunities and where can you tap in at. And tapping into Mauritius is the place. So not just the opportunities for ICT, not the opportunities for real estate, but you need to tap into the oil and gas business that Mauritius has untapped. Get
we,
into that.
we don't know
Become a
because
billionaire. I'm encouraging you. Become a billionaire. Tap into Mauritius. Work with Azad and his team. We're working together at the International Institute. We really need to explore these gas and oil opportunities that are there on the island nation.
I'm no expert in cobalt or marine industry or petrol industry, but then we need to knock at the door because the French have exploded, the Chinese and the Indians are here. So there are opportunities. For example, businesses can set themselves here and then work across in Africa, whether it's the gold mines or lithium, extract lithium, and then bring it here and trade from here. So, and use the economic zones as well. We have millions of square kilometers of economic zone in Mauritius that they can operate from. So that's what we want. And Mauritius also is working with have different economic zones in Africa. In Zimbabwe, for example, we're working with them and other parts of Africa where we can set yourself here, but have an arm in the on the big continent. Set yourself here. Why? Because here the history, the political stability, the financial stability, you're safe and secure here. And but also you have the best of the world. You're trading in Africa. In some ways, 0% tax. Bring your stuff here and then trade them at a low rate tax. So these are the things that we need to explore together. And you can only do that if you're here and get the first-hand information from the right people, because we can only advise you. Uh, and the rest is up to you to grasp it, grasp the opportunities. Whether it's renewable energy, I mentioned solar energy. These are the things that only now is being developed because obviously now look at the situation with the petrol and gas situation. Suddenly with the COP27, everything is geared towards renewable energy, solar energy, electric cars, electric vehicles, etc. So they are these the platform is here, the place is here for you. Come if you have business that you want to expand, you want to do business in different parts of the world. But remember, Africa in 10 years, 15 years will be what China is and what India is going to become in the next few years. So Africa, there's no getting away with it with the youth development, The youth is going to be having one of the highest youth population in the world. They are developing. They are all over the place. They are in Europe. They are in the United States. They are in China. They are everywhere. And these people want to come back home, make Africa great again. Because what has been happening over the years has been like we've been belittling Africa. We never thought what the capacity is. Look, no matter how much they've taken out of Africa, still the cobalt is there, the gold is there, the gas is there, the petrol is there, all the natural resources still there. So it's up to us to make it work and explore it well, but do it in the nicest possible way, not taking away from the people. Give something
Absolutely.
back. Let them contribute to their own development. We help them with the right mentality, with the right intention, and it will benefit us, it will benefit them. And I can't say any better than that.
It is time to build the Africa we deserve. I couldn't have said it better. Azad, I am so grateful for this opportunity to work with you and your mighty team in Mauritius, October 23rd to November 5th. The Africa Symposium, creating opportunities for entrepreneurs and small, medium enterprises. If you're not here this year at this symposium, I don't know what to tell you. This is the best fun-filled symposium that you will have. It's an opportunity to build wealth. It's an opportunity to create industry inside of Africa. It's an opportunity for you to take what you're doing now and scale it up. Sit it inside of Mauritius and watch it grow. Come back a year later, come back onto this show, this video cast, and talk about what you were able to create in this. Thank you, Azad, so very much for your time. We will come back again. We will have this conversation again. We'll bring others from Mauritius with Azad and his team on to talk about another, especially the mining sectors that we have there in Mauritius. We'll come back and we'll talk about that to really go in depth, to really
Mining
talk
abroad,
about that.
Viola, mining abroad, but the marine industry as well, that can explode. Yeah.
Yes, mining and marine, absolutely. So thank you for all of our listening audience. We really appreciate your time today. The greatest thing about Africa is you. Thank you for being who you are and tuning again to the International Institute, the Africa We Deserve video podcast.
Thank you.